Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Hello, everyone. This is John Scott with What's Happening Birmingham. Today, I have the honor and pleasure of being with Mr. Stanley Funches of Intellis Wealth Management. He's here today to talk about his upcoming virtual Fireside chat series that he's doing online, talking about the financial services industry and just his thoughts on it. How's it going in the middle of this, COVID-19 pandemic? So, Stanley, thank you for coming on today.
Hey, Jarvis, thank you so much for having me.
Great. So I know people have seen your advertisements before, on my website, email blasts, and social media. But I want to give you the opportunity first before we talk about the series. Just tell people a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a local financial planner here. Been in the business for over 20 years. Work with a lot of different physicians, business owners, people who are retiring within the community, just helping them gain financial independence through sound investment and sound financial planning practice.
All right, so tell me about this virtual Fireside chat series. How did you come up with the concept and everything?
Well, it's kind of a take from Franklin Delano Roosevelt, right? So during the Depression, he did fireside chats to give information to the country. So what we do know is that there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of things that people are having a hard time digesting when it comes to this COVID-19. And so what I wanted to do is kind of talk to people, give them the correct information from a professional perspective so that they can go out and figure out what the best decisions for themselves. So we'll do it in a couple of ways. One, we'll do a question and answer format where people can just ask things of us. Then the second webinar we'll basically do a discussion of what the next move. Everybody's opening back up. So what should be your next financial moves that you should make after this pandemic, economic shutdown is over. And then the last thing, we'll talk to business owners and just saying, hey, look, instead of us having a surviving mentality, how do we have a thriving mentality? Like what should we be putting in place so that our business can survive and thrive even through tough times? And so those are the three different webinars we'll do, and we're hoping to get information out to people.
So when this coronavirus pandemic first started happening, what was your first initial thoughts, just personally, and how you thought it was going to affect your industry?
Yeah, so a great question. I think everybody was surprised, especially with the pace of information that came out, how things kind of changed quickly to, yes, a pandemic going on in China and maybe over here to the NBA shutting down. And then it seemed like once the NBA shut down, everybody just started to kind of retreat and want to do more isolation and quarantine. And so I think the rapid pace of information was a lot, and in the markets and the industry, we were totally trying to digest, okay, what does this mean for our clients in the long run? We know the short term, the market is if there's uncertainty in the market is going to react negatively. And that's exactly what it did. So it did have an impact in the business in the short run, but we're trying to figure out what the long-term impact would be.
So did you get a lot of your clients initially just calling? A lot of people say, well, my money is more safer if I take it and put it under my mattress than keep it in the markets.
Yeah, we get a couple of calls, but we prep our clients pretty well through the course because we're more relationship. So clients have been with me for a long time. So we've seen the ups and downs of the market. So for the most part, everybody was, understanding of what was going on as far as volatility. It was more about, hey, are you safe? Are your family safe? Or what things do we need to be doing to focus on to remain that way? How we're going to operate, how we're here for them, even though we started to work remotely at home, how, trying to assure them that we're here for them as well. So a lot of our clients didn't feel that way, but I can definitely understand that emotion, in the public where they might not be so informed about the markets. And because the markets are a very emotional place. Anytime we're dealing with your money, there's a lot of emotions involved. So fear and greed are big in the market. And sometimes people get very fearful and they want to put the money in the safest places they can think of.
All right. So I know people hear this term a lot when they hear the word financial planner, but what does actually a financial planner do?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different financial advisors in the business, and they do different things. the concept is you help you grow your wealth by giving you good financial advice, right? And so there's 6 really key areas of financial planning. So when you work with a financial planner, they're working with you in all those 6 areas, which is financial positions, your cash flow, cash reserve, your insurance planning, making sure you're protected in all areas of your life, retirement planning, estate planning, tax planning, and so all of those different areas of a financial planner will help you with. And that's holistic planning. That's looking at all of it and seeing how it marries together for your goals and your objectives, right? Everybody has their goals and objectives, and it's very personal. So it's not generic, it's not cookie cutter, and investment planning is also one of those areas as well.
All right, and I hate apologize for interrupting you. The next question came in my head. I'll be remiss, since I'm interviewing you, not for you to give you the opportunity to talk about your recent book that you came out with on Amazon.
Yeah. So the quest for financial independence, that was a life dream of mine to be able to take my experience as a financial advisor, working with so many clients, and put it on paper and have it something so people can read. If they never met me, then they can get the ideas and thoughts that I know have helped clients that I've worked with, and that hopefully can help them. Yeah, so I appreciate you mentioning that.
All right, so kind of going back again, your virtual fireside chat series kicking off around lunchtime next couple weeks, May 13th, the 21st, and the 27th. Any final thoughts or any, if people just log on to the interview now about why they should attend these fireside chats?
Yeah, because I think a lot of times people get information from the water cooler or CNBC or CNN, and they don't know what does that mean for me? Like what can I do with that? I'm middle America. I got my business, I got my practice, I got So people might have these questions. I'm trying to retire X number of years. What does this mean to me? And what we're going to try to do is take all this information, break it down, answer the questions that are important for you, and that you can take and start digesting. Hopefully it'll educate people and inspire people to make the best decision for themselves. So I would say, hey, look, if you're getting your information from the water cooler or CNBC kind of scared you to death, or CNN is throwing stuff out at you, come and talk to us, and we'll sit down and try to break it down in a way that you can say, how's this applicable?
Okay, and where do they go to sign up and RSVP?
Yeah, you go to inteluswm.com. That's INTELUSWM.com. And you can go on there and it'll say, hey, you want to sign up for the webinar? You can sign up there on the form there.
And one thing we did not mention at the beginning of this is absolutely free. Yeah,
definitely. And look, it's an uncertain time. We want to be here to help and be a resource for the community. And so this is a way of giving back when people are very fearful, whether their business is in peril, or they feel like that, hey, how do I deal with my personal finances? And it doesn't always have to mean that things are going bad. Things could be going great. It's like, okay, what's the next step now? And that would be some of the things we'll talk about in the second one, is what my next moves. And again, so whatever state you're in, you can come in and talk to us, and we can provide you some good information.
All right. Well, Stanley, thank you for coming on. A pleasure to finally meet you in person and hear your voice and talk with you. And want to bring you back on, from time to time to kind of talk about more of these subjects, because we're not done with the coronavirus pandemic. That's one thing we know, that we're not done with it yet. So, we are made some progress.
Yeah, we don't know what life is going to look like. And so it's better to have a good plan in place, but to have an agile plan in place. Some things that you can maneuver, things you can do. And so looking forward to talk. So anytime you need to call me, let's talk. All
right. Well, Stanley, thank you again for coming on. Thank you all for watching this podcast. Please check out more podcasts at what'shappeningbirmingham.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all again, and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website, app, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.